Hello, my panda pals, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking The Last Resort, Season 2, Episode 14. We have got Gino actually starting to consider the idea of an open marriage, and we have Brandon packing his bags ready to leave the resort without Julia because he kinda wants a divorce now. But before we dive into any of that nonsense, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that little bell notification, because as you know, I do try and upload on a regular set schedule, but your girlie, she's kind of a mess. So this way, you will know exactly when I post a video, so you will not miss a damn thing. Okay? Okay. We are back at the bar. The Panamanian cowgirl is still weeping outside because her crappy husband crapped all over her crappy idea to salvage their crappy marriage.
I know he's mad. He's very mad at her. I don't want to hurt him.
Julia is tracking Gino down, and she's like, listen, did Jasmine already vet an entire man and put him on deck for her to bang? Absolutely. Does that mean that she cheated on you? Absolutely not, okay? Get your head out of your ass.
She's not cheating on you. That's all what I want to tell. She's not cheating on you. She loves you from all her heart.
Gino obviously does not agree with Julia.
Already has a guy picked out means that she was having a relationship with this guy behind my back. That already feels like a betrayal.
Now, I hate me some Gino, but I have to agree. Jasmine comes back to tell the girls that Gino scampered away after accusing her of being a dirty, dirty cheater, and all the girls are like, oh my god, but you didn't cheat on him.
He said that I cheated on him.
Why?
I told him about
But you did not. You did not cheat.
No, never.
Dearest Natalie, you of all people should not be saying with such conviction that Jasmine is not a cheater, okay? Could you imagine if Josh was like, yo, Natalie, let's be in an open relationship. I already have a lady lined up to bang. Natalie would have already ended this man's life and eaten up his balls.
I never, if I was cheating, Darcy, look, I look like a cheater.
No,
I swear.
You are a queen.
The Sad Girls Club pack up into a van and head back to the resort. Jasmine is still going off about Gino, and she's like, if he is gonna call me a cheater, then he better come with some receipts, okay?
Oh, you're cheating. For you to accuse a person like that, you have to have like evidence, like.
Evidence? Girlie, you practically told him that you have been emotionally cheating on him. Natalie tells us, listen, I think Jasmine is super duper cool, but Matt is not some random ass person that she found on 3Fun, okay?
Matt didn't come out of the blue. I do think it was not accidentally this guy chosen. She might be cheating. She might.
In the other van, Gino tells all the boys that Jasmine wants to bang her gym buddy Matt, and Julia, who is also in the van, is like, listen, I get it. Matt is hot as fuck.
Here, like, have a little dark hair. Here, like, have a big muscle.
He looks like a big muscle.
Yes.
And then Josh is like, okay, well, how big is he really? Like, he can't possibly be bigger than me, right?
Kind of like mine?
No, bigger.
Oh,
No, bigger.
No way,
Bigger.
I don't believe that.
It's bigger than you are.
Hey.
Right, because you are the most muscular that a man could possibly be. Josh honestly feels like the kind of guy who, if you are like, oh, Josh, he's 5'10", he's gonna be like, whoa, I am 5'10 and a half, okay?
Cheating isn't just having sex with someone else. Building an emotional connection with someone, that's very bad if you're doing it behind your spouse's back.
Now, Julia spent the night in Rob and Sophie's room because she wanted to give Brandon space after revealing her latest little lie the day before.
Good morning. I'm in, Daddy. Good morning.
That's what it's like having kids. I don't want kids anymore.
Rob is like, dear Lord in heaven, this woman has way too much energy for this early in the morning.
High energy Julia, first thing in the morning, boy. I don't know how you do it, Brandon.
I mean, if I had someone doing all of my domestic labor for me, I would absolutely be okay with dealing with their cracked out morning energy. That is how Brandon deals with it. Julia is nervous because Brandon said that he is done with the marriage the night before, and she feels like he would 100% leave the resort without her at this point.
If he divorces you because, he's angry that your parents are coming, then that shows you all you need to know, that he's not a supportive person for you.
Julia does tell them that if Brandon decides to divorce her, she really won't have any other option other than to go back to Russia and start her life over again because she doesn't know anybody here other than Brandon and his parents.
So what point I will be in this country if I don't have anybody here? I will go home to my family, to my friends, and start my life from start there.
Stacy spent the night in Darcy's room, which I am sure Darcy was thrilled about.
Thank you.
for letting me spend the night. I told you I got your back.
I am still very suspicious of Darcy, okay? I feel like this is her sabotaging Stacy so that she can stay reliant on her. Anyway, Stacy goes back to her room so that she can confront Florian, and it does not go that great. Stacy comes in super duper hot, and Florian kind of responds by looking like he's not really giving a shit about anything she has to say.
Here to work through our issues, but what I found out last night, that's the last straw, Florian. I'm not dealing with this no more.
Florian is like, I was really hoping that Stacy was gonna forget everything by this morning, but since she is clearly still mad at me, I guess I'm gonna have to be the calm and more mature one and talk this crazy lady off the ledge.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Everything. I want details and all.
And Florian is like, girl, what is there to say, okay? I went out, 2 girls talked to me, and then when I was on my way home, one of those girls just happened to be walking in the same direction as me. She just happened to live in the same building as me. She just happened to get into the same elevator as me. And then we went our separate ways. Nothing happened, okay?
So you didn't take her back to her apartment? Like,
No, what?
wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
No, thank you, ma'am. No, I don't do that, thank you, ma'am.
Stacy is like, it is hilarious that whenever any random girl needs your help, you are waiting on her hand and foot, but when your wife is recovering from a life-threatening illness, you are a ghost.
I was healing from surgery. I might be the damsel in distress. Take care of me instead of other women in our building.
Now, Florian is pretty frustrated. He knows he fucked up in the past, but he says that he has worked really, really hard to regain Stacy's trust. And he swears he is telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And now to have Stacy immediately revert back to thinking that he is nothing but a dirty, dirty cheater, that's really hurtful.
And I work for this church long time. Right now, basis everything which I work is going down. Basis no trust me no more.
Julia heads back to her room, and Brandon is actively packing up his suitcase.
Julia revealed that she had already filed for a visa for her parents to come to the United States without my approval.
I don't love that he used the word approval. Like, I'm sure it's not that deep, but it feels very, she's not allowed to do things unless I say that she can. And I feel like it would have just sounded better if he was like, I'm mad because she applied for the visas behind my back, you know? Julia is like, I'm sorry, I gave you the entire night to think things through and your decision was to leave? Really? After all of the shit that we went through and all the work that we've been doing. And Brandon is like, yeah, how are you surprised?
After everything we've done, I don't see this as working.
You run after problem. You run away. This is not gonna help.
Then Julia is like, if you leave now, then we can't say that we tried, okay? So would you just put your bag down and come to group therapy tonight so that we can say we at least gave it one last chance?
And if after group therapy you're not gonna change your mind, I'll let you go.
Things are ice cold in Gino and Jasmine's room, and she's like, so are we like breaking up, or are you actually gonna start trying to make this work?
I mean, you really broke my heart yesterday.
I
mean, we've been together for like 4 years.
And I love you.
And I never expected this from you.
Okay, you know.
Jasmine is like, when I married you, I never thought that you were going to withhold sex from me as a way to try and control me, but here we are. Now, that's not what she actually said, but we all know that that is what she wishes she could say. She pretty much just says, I never thought that I would ask you for this, but now I am. Gino says that Jasmine is just trying to take advantage of him because she has him wrapped around her crooked little fingers.
She knows how much I love her, and Jasmine could be forcing this on me because she knows it would be hard for me to walk away.
And if she wants him to seriously consider an open marriage, then she better tell him everything there is to know about Matt. So Jasmine is like, okay, fine, his name is Matt, we worked out together for hours at the gym, and then after the hours we spent hanging out at the gym, we spend hours hanging out together at the cafe across from the gym.
Sorry, you attracted to this guy?
She wants to bang him. Of course she's attracted to him. You think that she wants his ding-dong inside of her because he's ass ugly?
He's not
What do
ugly.
you
He's
think?
good looking.
But I see him as a friend. I'm not in love. I love you, baby.
Jasmine starts to cry and she's like, I never lied to you, okay? I swear, I don't love him. I just really want this man who fills me up emotionally to also fill me up with his big American schlong.
I want us to be together. I don't want to get divorced. I want us to grow older together. I want us to make things work, baby, please.
And Gino is like, how would you feel if I told you that I wanted to bang another woman? And Jasmine is like, dude, go nuts. The f you think an open marriage is?
This open marriage is not just for me. It is us. If you agree, we both are gonna negotiate how this is gonna work for us.
And then Gino, the man who has done nothing but give this woman ultimatums, tells us that it is so unfair that Jasmine is giving him ultimatums.
I don't think it's fair for Jasmine to give me an ultimatum because she is avoiding fixing issues that we have in our relationship.
The conversation ends with Gino walking away, saying that he has to think about everything. It is time for group therapy with actual therapists, and the topic of the day is trust.
Yeah, I don't know if that means we're doing like a trust fall, but I don't trust Sophie to catch me.
I will catch you.
You try, but you're weak.
Have we heard Rob say anything positive about Sophie at the resort? Besides the fact that he likes her juicy booty, because I genuinely cannot remember. Anyway, they're gonna do an icebreaker where they write down all of the things that they trust about their partner. As you can guess, everybody struggles with this.
Remember, it can be small.
After what I'm sure was an eternity, Sophie is like, I trust Rob to look after our dog. And Rob is like, what are you talking about? He is my dog.
Waste of a answer.
We share a son.
He'll always take care of my dog. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, they will literally fight about anything. Holy shit, shut up! Brandon wrote that he knows he can trust Julia to put their family first, and Julia wrote something equally as profound.
I don't know, it's probably not so big, but I really trust him driving car.
Now, I understand that she was trying to say that he makes her feel safe, but I wish she would have just said that she can trust him to make her feel safe. That just sounds a lot less half-assed. Florian says that he trusts Stacy with everything, but big surprise, he is unable to articulate what any of those things are.
I trust her everything.
But if you could give us just one specific.
I don't know, it's not come to my mind right now, you know.
Stacy, on the other hand, says that she trusts Florian to always protect her and her family, which is very sweet and, more importantly, very specific. Gino says that he trusts Jasmine loves him, and that is most definitely a lie or definitely a delusion.
I also can trust that Jasmine will brighten a room when she walks into it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, by lighting it on fire. I'm kidding. Maybe. Speaking of delusions, here's what dear old Natalie had to say about Josh.
I trust that Josh is genius.
Okay.
Ma'am, if that man is a genius, then I am God.
Josh is not a genius. He's not. He's a dumbass.
She goes on to be like, he is a self-made man, he's such a hard worker, blah, blah, blah.
I'm hearing you say I trust his decisions.
I do.
Bitch, you literally trust none of the decisions that he has made. Get the fuck out of here. Not inviting you to Vegas was a decision that Josh made. Sliding into Sophie's DMs was a decision that Josh made. Not inviting you into his house for 3 whole years was a decision he made. Wearing these fugly-ass glasses was a decision that he made. Shut up. Anyway, now that everyone was able to write down one positive thing about their partner, Heidi tells them to take an issue from their relationship and decide together what they can use as a quick little band-aid to try and heal that wound.
We're trying to solve all of our problems, but I need entire box of bandages.
So Florian and Stacy's issue is not letting the other person finish speaking, and the band-aid is to listen not just to each other, but also to the tone in which they speak to each other with.
If we both implement that, I feel like we'll get a lot further.
It's a good start.
Yeah, definitely a good start.
Natalie and Josh's issue is respecting each other, and the bandage that they came up with is a safe word that they can use that will essentially indicate to them that they need to pause the argument, take a step back, and ask themselves, am I being a bitch right now?
For ourselves and like gather our thoughts, like where are we going with this? Am I hurting her? Is she hurting me? So
Let's be honest, this will never work for them, okay? They are both different flavors of dumb. While Natalie agrees with everything genius Joshua says, she's also like, I think another band-aid would be just simply inviting me into your house.
What's keeping us from just saying, come on over and see my place?
yeah, well, we've only been getting along for 2 hours.
What a winner. Josh is like, I told Natalie that if we made it through this retreat in one piece, I would definitely 100% invite her over to my house. Brandon says that it is imperative that Julia do something that will help restore his trust in her.
I want Julia to get a second opinion on her fertility issue.
So let me get this straight. His trust was shattered. He was literally packing his bags ready to leave the resort and get a divorce like 3 hours ago. And the thing that he thinks will restore trust in his marriage is a fertility test?
I've said, I want a family. This is the step that we need to take in order to start that family. That's what I want for my Band-Aid.
Oh, extra, extra, read all about it. Babies are not a Band-Aid. Julia is like, if this will make you happy, then I will absolutely get a second opinion. So Brandon starts to cry, and then Julia starts to cry, and then they both hug it out, and everyone around them is like, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
The fact that Julia could agree and give me something that I really, really wanted shows me that Julia is willing to do what it takes to make this relationship work.
Then we get to Sophie and Rob, and he says their issue is communication, and their Band-Aid is to communicate more.
Time and dated regular sit-down talks to create a calm situation of communication before issues grow.
Bro, you can sit down every other Tuesday. It is not gonna do a damn thing because your issue is not that y'all don't communicate enough. The issue is that you bitches don't wanna listen to each other. Gino says that his issue with Jasmine is she goes out all hours of the night and never checks in with him, and his Band-Aid would be to gain access to her location at all times. Which, for someone who already has major issues with needing to constantly be in control, that is a bad idea.
Would it be more likely that you would be in this open relationship if she was to give you that?
Yes or no?
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. Next episode, we got our final group therapy session where the gang tells everyone how they feel about the current state of their relationship. Sophie is confused, Josh doesn't want to commit, so basically, they're all about to leave the resort in pretty much the exact same position that they all came in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments what you thought. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!